but dare go against what they want, and you'll be in more trouble than you'll ever know. They'll freeze your banking.
Your corporate accounts will be frozen.
They'll freeze everything. You won't even be able to buy a cup of coffee without the government's approval. The UK has gone full Orwellian, introducing a digital ID. Next, it will be a social credit score, and then a central bank digital currency. And then there is nothing stopping the government controlling your life when there's a crisis. This is coming to Canada. This is happening with the G7 countries. We're going to get into what is going on here, because digital IDs, they're already actually a thing in Canada, but it's what they could potentially be used for in the future. So take a listen to what is happening in the dystopia of the UK.
And that is why today I am announcing this government will make a new free of charge digital ID mandatory.
There's nothing better than a mandatory program, isn't there? There's nothing more Orwellian than that, than forcing something on your citizens. And just listen to the language used in a second here about how thoughtful, and we're just thinking about you here, and it's all about immigration. Do you remember Seize the Crisis?
Let me spell that out. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID.
What you have to remember here is it's not about the digital ID itself. When that's implemented, nothing nefarious might happen with that immediately, but it's what it leaves the door open for in the future. Just think about it now. Think there's another pandemic down the road. Everybody's got these digital IDs on their phone. Suddenly it becomes very easy to force people to do what you want. And then you add in tying that digital ID to a central bank digital currency. So that means all your bank accounts now are tied to this digital ID. And then you can implement social credit score type features. And you already saw that happen during the pandemic in places like Canada, where every single province had a medicine passport, where you could not go to the movies unless you had took the medicine.
Want to eat inside a restaurant? Don't forget your vaccine certificate. Proof of vaccination day has arrived in this province.
I mean, that was literally the trialing of social credit scores, and now you've got this type of thing happening in the UK. So a lot of people might say, well, this is nothing's going to happen with this, but it's what this leads the door open to in the future. And if the UK is doing it, you can bet that Canada is right behind them on this one, as they have got a globalist government in charge as well. Now take a listen to the language used here.
Because decent, pragmatic, fair-minded people, they want us to tackle the issues that they see around them.
That is exactly how you twist and manipulate people. And this is exactly how these central planners speak. They try and use the issues that you have against you to then wield more power and seize more power and control over you. But then you've got Alberta, which is widely regarded as one of the most conservative provinces in Canada, and they launched a similar thing. Take a listen to this.
Government's goal is to use advances in technology to make life simpler, easier, and more convenient for Albertans. And I'm happy to say we are doing that with a new app. It's called the Alberta Wallet, and it's designed to let you carry and manage government-issued documents.
This thing sounds exactly like what the UK is proposing, and this is what is being implemented in Alberta right now. But guess what? It's not mandatory in Alberta yet, because when Danielle Smith isn't in charge, and maybe it's another politician, who knows how that's going to be used in the future. Once again, you're just heading down this slippery slope that you don't want to be heading down. You don't need the government to control these things. You don't need government apps on your phone, and you do not need digital ID. With a central bank digital currency, this just all ties in together and can mean a perfect dystopia for authoritarians like we've seen in the past with Justin Trudeau.
The federal government has invoked the Emergencies Act.
And now Mark Carney, they are clearly just globalist leaders. And then you've also got 900,000 people already who are opposing this. And this is what the government has to say.
Rosie writing, 900,000 people are opposing your plan. Are you on the wrong side of the argument?
No, I mean, we've been really clear.
No, we've been really clear. That's just the classic government thing, isn't it? It's like what you're seeing with the ostriches. They just come in and put their foot down. They double down on these things instead of scaling them back. They will never admit that they are wrong because they always want to portray themselves as the authoritarians that they really are.
The federal government has invoked the Emergencies Act.
And this digital ID should scare you because, like I said, central bank digital currencies, they're coming in the United States, they're coming in Canada, they're coming in the UK, they're coming in the EU. There's no avoiding central bank digital currencies. All these countries are colluding together and researching them. They are on the way. If you have a digital ID system as well, that can easily tie into that. And then say there's a crisis and they want to seize power, well, that's when the social credit scoring comes in. And it's easy to just freeze your bank accounts like they did to the Freedom Convoy.
If your truck is being used in these protests, your corporate accounts will be frozen.
They wouldn't even need to invoke the Emergencies Act because they would already have that centralized power that was given to them by having all your information linked and in one place. So it's absolutely crazy. And if you want a journey into what's coming down the road, this is what's happening in China. I talked about this on a video in 2022 that I'll be linking at the end of this, but this is what is coming.
She's diligent. She's nice. No surprise. She's a 752. That's her rating with Sesame Credit, a private company working with the government on the algorithms for the social credit system.
So there you go. If you're good and you do what the government wants, then you'll have a great social credit score and they won't freeze your bank accounts. But dare go against what they want and you'll be in more trouble than you'll ever know. They'll freeze your banking. They'll freeze everything. You won't even be able to buy a cup of coffee without the government's approval. And that's really the risk that people are running. The government doesn't need to control your life. The West needs smaller government and not bigger government. And this is an absolute disaster for freedom and liberty in not just the UK, but also in Canada and across Western nations, as they all seem to be following the same path. And then this all links back to the climate agenda, of course, and all these things that they constantly peddle. Take a listen to this part of Keir Starmer's speech here.
So take on the root causes, looking upstream to tackle poverty.
That's going up.
Conflict.
That's going
climate
up.
change.
Climate change.
Issues that aren't just intolerable.
I mean, these are all things that they say they're tackling. But you look at countries like the UK that are collapsing. You look at countries like Canada. Poverty is skyrocketing. You've got more people in a depression than ever. People's wages, they're not growing enough. Inflation is rampant in these countries. And then they come out with the audacity to say, oh, we're going to tackle all these things if you just have this digital ID. And also climate change. Don't forget climate change. I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous. And you cannot believe such stupid people actually buy this crap. And really, there needs to be a united pushback, not just in the UK, but across the West against this Orwellian type shit. Otherwise, it's coming, and it's coming at a breakneck speed. If you've enjoyed this video, I would highly recommend you watch this video from 3 years ago where I predicted that this shit was coming down the pipe, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.